Welcome all. Hope you all download and installed R. Now let's get started with R. In this course, we have 4 modules. First module deals with basics of R. Here you will learn what are the various operators in R, how to input data as well as data accessing and indexing. In module 2, we are going to learn descriptive statistics. As we know, descriptive statistics is a study of pattern of data. Here you will learn what are the various measures of central tendency as well as measures of dispersion and its diagrammatic representation. Module 3, we are going to learn one of the most important distribution, that is normal distribution, and various plots to check normality, and also you will learn correlation and regression analysis. Module 4 is inferential statistics. In this module, we will learn how to analyze and interpret the data by making use of various parametric and non-parametric tests like t-test, pair t-test, chi-square test, Kruskal-Wallis test, Wilcoxon's test. Now, let's move on to our first module's practical section, that is basics of R.
Today, we are going to learn basics in R. When R is installed properly, you will see R icon on your desktop. Click on R icon to start R. This dialog box is called R console. Here, the latest version is given and various descriptions. If R is ready to accept command, you can see the prompt sign. This greater than symbol is called prompt. We can type a command at the prompt and can press enter key. Here I am typing 2 plus 2 and then press enter key. You can see the output 4, which is preceded by a square bracketed 1. This just indicates that it's a vector. Similarly, we can type the command in another dialog box called R editor. All you can do here is you can edit the code. It can be obtained from go to file, choose new script. Now, this is R editor. Here I am typing again what is 2 plus 2 and press enter. We can see the result. So, what's the main difference between R editor and R console? R console, in R console only the output is displayed. Here we can edit all your commands. So, in order to obtain the result, you have to select the command first, then run that. We can see the result in R console. Now, let's learn how to change the background color and the font size of the test. Go to Edit, select GUI Preferences. Here, the size is given. You can increase or decrease the size according to our wish. Here, I am selecting size as 20. Then Style, Bold. You can see the preview here. Then I am changing the background color. Various colors are available. So here I am choosing antique white. Click on apply. You can see the difference. Now the background color has changed and also the font size increased. In this R console, we can see various descriptions and various commands. So let's learn how to clear this console. We can make use of the shortcut key Ctrl plus L to clear the R console. Next, we are going to learn what are the various data types available in R. Various data types in R are: we have numeric data type, integer data type, complex data type and logical data type. Here x is equal to 2. This means I am assigning a value 2 to the variable x. I am changing x is equal to 2.6. And this is an example for numeric data type. Decimal values are referred to as numeric data type. Press enter. Next command, y is equal to 3. This is an example for integer data type. We can enter integer values. Next is complex data type. Z is equal to 1 plus 2i. This is an example for complex data type. I am adding commands to this command by making use of hash symbol. Commands usually start with, commands are the lines which start with hash mark. I am entering hash complex data type. Complex data type. This is an example for complex data type, and text to the right of hash mark is ignored by the interpreter. Next data type is logical data type. Here first I am assigning the value a equal to 4. In the same line itself I have to add another command. So we can separate the commands by making use of semicolon, and b is equal to 6. Press enter. I have to check whether a is greater than b. A is greater than b. Press enter key. You will see the output false. You can see the output false. So this is an example for logical data type. So let me conclude. What are the different data types in R? We have numeric data type, integer data type, complex data type, and also logical data type. Next, we can learn what are the different arithmetic operators in R. We already assigned various values to these variables. So let's see how arithmetic operators work. First, I have to add these two variables, first two variables, that is x and y, and I can write the command as x plus y. Here you can see the output, that is 2.6 plus 3, we will get the output as 5.6. So plus sign, addition, is an arithmetic operator in R. Next, I am using y variables y and z, and subtract y minus z. Press enter key. This is an example for next arithmetic operator, that is subtraction. Then x into y. Multiplication is the another arithmetic operator. Next is division, x by y. And suppose I am assigning any other variable, t is equal to, suppose t is equal to 2 and v is equal to 3. And next command is t raised to v. We will get 2 raised to 3. The operator here is exponentiation. So various operators, arithmetic operators available in R are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponentiation. Next comes relational operators in R. If we have a small set of data, we can enter this data by making use of combine function. The significance is we can combine the values or we can arrange these values in a particular order. So we make use of combine function, and let's see how it works. I am assigning g is equal to, I have 4 values. So I can use the combine function. The command is coff. This indicates that it's a function. It's followed by a parenthesis, and in this parenthesis you can enter the values. Suppose the first value is 2, second value is 5.3, and third value is 8, and next value is 10. I can close the bracket. G is equal to, if I have such a series or such a data set, I can make use of combine function. Combine function is denoted by coff. This is an example for combine function, and I have another data set. I am assigning the value as h. H is equal to, again we can use the combine function. First value is 5, second value is 7, third value 11.2 and 11.2, and next value is 3. I can close the bracket. All these arithmetic operators works in these two functions. Let's see how. That is g plus h. We'll obtain the result here. That means corresponding values get added. Similarly, we can make use of all other arithmetic operators. We are introducing relational operators. So first we have to check whether the first data set is greater than the second. That is, G is greater than H. We can say the result as false. First goes to the function G. First it will check whether 2 is greater than 5. The output is false. Similarly, it goes to second observation whether 5.3 is greater than 7. Again, we can obtain the result false. Then it goes to third set of observation whether 8 is greater than 11.2. The answer is false. And next, whether 10 is greater than 3. We obtain the result true. So, first relational operator is greater than. Next is less than. Can obtain the result. Then we have to check whether these two data sets are equal. So next relational operator is equal operator, and we can use double equal to check whether these two data sets are equal. Similarly, we can use greater than or equal to and less than or equal to. G greater than or equal to means G greater than symbol followed by a minus sign. Similarly, G less than or equal to H, another operator, greater than or less than. So let me conclude. Various relational operators are greater than, less than, equal to, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. And in order to check not equal to, how we check? G exclamation equal to H. G not equal to. These are the various relational operators in R. We have various other features in R. We will learn one by one in the following lecture series. Thank you.